In this video, I will explain about how to find out the factorial of the given number using recursive functions. First, I will open the IDLE2. So what is a recursive function? If a function is called by itself, then it is called recursive function. If a function called by itself, then it is called recursive function. So using recursive function, we are trying to find the factorial. Now, so before this, first I will give you a small logical analysis related to this factorial. Keep the heading as factorial. If I want to find out the factorial of a given number, first I need to check the given number is positive or not. Is positive or not. Because we cannot find the factorial for the negative numbers. If it is positive, then only we can start calculating the factorial of the given number. So how can we do? So for our entire number is n, we are checking whether it is 0 or greater than 0 or not. Greater than 0 means it is positive. If it's not greater than 0, then it is indicating that the given number is negative number. So we will display a message to the end user who is using our application. We cannot find the factorial for the negative numbers. Suppose if the given number is 1, if the given number is 1, then directly we can specify n factorial is equals to 1. We all of us know that factorial of 1 is 1. So only this is the first case. N greater than 0 is the first case. This is case 1. So we are testing whether the reading value is above positive or not. And if it is the reading value is matches with 2, then we are directly printing given number is 1 and the factorial of the given number is 1. Suppose the last case, case 3 is our actual job. If it is not less than 0 and not is equals to 1, if it is greater than 1, then start calculating factorial. So these are the three things we need to do if you want to calculate the factorial of the given number using recursive function. This I will highlight. This is first important thing is we need to check whether it is positive number or negative number. If it is negative number, simply we will display a message. We cannot find factorial for the negative numbers. If it is exactly 1, then we display the result is 1. The result of the given number is 1. If it is not less than 0, not is equals to 1, then we will start calculate the factorial using our recursive function. That is very, very important. Now I will open this one. I will start typing. So first I will type to I will allow the user to enter a number using input function, that is enter a number. Now what is our first case? If n is less than 0, if n is less than 0 means it is indicating that the user entered a negative number. Then immediately we are printing a message, that is factorial cannot be calculated for negative numbers. Factorial is not existed for negative numbers. So that is the information we get. And what are the other cases? We need to check whether the entered value is 1 or not. If it is exactly 1, then we need to display the result of the factorial is factorial of given number 1 is 1. We are displaying this message. So if it is not less than 0, if it is not is equals to 1, then we have to start calculating the result. So how do we calculate the result? Suppose the result is holded in a variable called result, and we are calling a function that is called n multiplied by fact of n minus 1. I'm going to define a function with this name. Okay, that function is returning something to us. That result I am going to hold it. After holding that result, I am printing a message, the factorial, the factorial of the factorial of given number n is, the result is stored in result, like this. Now we need to define this function fact of n minus 1. So generally functions are defined at the beginning. So just I will move these steps here. How to define a functions in Python using def keyword and assign a meaningful name for your function. Already I assigned the name as fact, so I'm using the same one, fact. Here you can give some any information like suppose fact of a something. This is indicating the function beginning. I am checking if a is equals to 1 or not. If a is equals to 1, return 1. Otherwise return a multiplied by fact of a minus 1. This is the logic I am using. So these are the steps. This if condition and else part are part of the above function definition fact. And this is first actually execution part will start from here. It is asking an input value from the user, enter a number. If the number is a negative number, immediately it will display this message, factorial cannot be calculated for negative numbers. If the entered number is 1, then directly no need to calculate, directly display the result as factorial of 1 is 1. If it is not less than 0, if it is not equals to 1, then you can start calculating the factorial using a recursive function. Why it is called recursive function? There is a function called fact here, and inside the function itself again we are calling the same function one more time. If your function is called by itself, then it is called as recursive function. So whatever the explanation I provided here, the same three cases I covered. First I checked the entered number is negative number or not. Okay, if it is positive or not, or negative or not. If it is negative or not, we have to go n less than 0. If it is exactly 1, then factorial of n factorial is equals to 1. If it is not 0 or not less than 0 and not equals to 1, then we start calculating the factor. So we covered the major three cases in our program. Now we will test the result, that is like save as factorial 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 demo.py. Now I will start run this application. Suppose I want to calculate the factorial of 5. The factorial of 5 is written as 120. Now I will minimize this window. Again I will run this program by passing a negative number. If I passing a negative number minus 5, then what happened? Factorial cannot be calculated for negative numbers. I minimize this window. Again I run this program. Closing this one, right? I'm running this program. This time I will give you only one factorial result is factorial of 1 is, see, I tested for negative number, I tested for 1, I tested for above 1. So all three cases are successfully executed. So for if I want to test one more, so for 6 factorial, so 6 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 6 factorial means how it is going to calculate? It is like this. 6 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied 2 multiplied, whenever it reaches 1, stop. So the result of product of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is the 6 factorial. So that results 720. So like this it is start calculating the output. You can check the program once again. What we did, So we read a number from the user and we tested that it is a negative number or not, if it is exactly equals to 1 or not, or if it is not 0, less than 0, not equals to 1, then we start calculating by calling a function called fact and by passing this message. And here, and the factorial of the given number is, this function is written something to us, returns. That return value I am holding in a variable called result. So that return value is the final outcome of the factorial of the given number. So I am printing that result. Here few things are enclosed in double quotes means those are printed as it is. The things which are not enclosed in double quotes means the values that are assigned for these variables will be displayed. So in this way, we can calculate the factorial of the given number using recursive functions.